What's going on, everybody? Um, Welcome back to the channel, or I guess welcome to the channel. I go by the Giver Beats. Since this is the first video, um, we'll see. Um, I chose that because I think that the exchange of sound and music, whether you produce it or mix it or master it, like it's a gift. And being able to work with artists, that's a gift as well. Yeah, that's where that comes from. So I'm giving them a game. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind for a little bit. Um, Concerning some of the pitfalls I've seen while working with some of the artists that I've worked with coming up. Just where the music business is just getting going for us, but we're doing numbers, and I really like the sound that we're creating here at Real Potters Media. Some of the things that I've just noticed as we tend to craft our roster and they start to come up with how they want to sound. Just some few housekeeping things. So I figured, all right, I got you guys' attention. I share some of them with you. Usually, we don't fail when the crowd is small, right? It's not failure when the stream count is low, all right? We don't fail when only 10 people show up to the show. That's part of the trajectory of going from the vision you see in your head to the people around you, your fans, or however you see it, your supporters. Everybody, these people starting to form and see the same vision as you. So that's why sometimes going the longer way can take the approach. I think that some of us that do fail, it starts well before we get into the recording stage, well before we get to where we're looking for fans or whatever have you. When you fail at something that you claim to love, that starts up here. So how are you approaching the business of what you are creating? And this goes for any kind of artist you are. Whether you paint, do music, whatever. How do you approach it? Are you a Monday through Sunday kind of artist? Are you a Sunday through Friday kind of artist? Huh? Do you take a mentality of, this is something I'm just trying out, I'm just seeing how my hand is at it? I always thought I had a talent. Where's your mindset in it? Because a lot of times, how you are framing things winds up becoming the response that you get back from the world. If you treat your music like a hobby, expect career level results. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you're going to wind up. It's going to be a hobby. I know people, very, very talented musicians, have all the potential in the world still. I believe every time I record them. As you watch some of the patterns of their work process, you start to see small snippets, things that may contribute to not being where you want to be. Ask yourself, one, do I see myself as an artist? Or do I just hope to become one day? Failure is fueled by lack of refinement. Back when I was hoping to become a football player, I would listen to guys like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning to try to mimic the result. The one thing they constantly brought up was returning back to the fundamentals. And these are guys at their peak, at the highest capacity. I've had a love-hate relationship with trying to learn to read music, even as I went through Full Sail. Luckily, when you go through it they're more so trying to teach you how to understand music theory from the perspective of being an engineer or a music producer. So they show you little, like, not so much shortcuts, but things you can do to kind of circumvent actually being able to play the full keyboard. Like, counting up the semitones, like, your root note is the 0 point, count up 3, to get to your minor third, count up 5 to get to the 7th. even still, and I've graduated. I've been out of school for about a year or so now, and it's like the complicated pieces that I want to produce, the complicated things that I want to play. Um, they're hidden inside the things that I won't go back and study. Usually, a lot of those sounds are because somebody's actually playing and embellishing those chords themselves, right? I wind up trying to go back and study some of those things. Matter of fact, hold on, guys, let me show it. I don't know if you guys can see this. Pull it back some. But it's like got all the chords and notes that I did. I took this when I was in school. So back to the point, the fundamentals. How are you with the fundamentals? If you're a vocalist, are you going back and studying some of the great vocalists before? But just are you studying? That's the point that I'm getting at. Or are you just showing up? You're an artist. You're a performer. Are you keeping yourself in shape physically? Are you spending your nights out smoking and drinking? How are you taking care of your voice? Are you giving yourself hot tea here and there throughout the week? Or however it is that you take care of it. You know what I mean? Are you practicing your vocal techniques? What are you doing to truly get better at your craft? Because the devil's in the details. The success is in what you choose to do every day. Or how often are you picking up the cell phone to find something to distract you? Because that's what it is for me. So every day, even recording this video, it was like a split between like, okay. But I told myself, no more. It's the first of the month. No better time than to get something going than at the very beginning. You either putting out products or excuses. One of the two. Which one are you providing for you? If you love your music, you studying song arrangement. That's another thing that I tried to get back to. Why am I taking the drums out in this certain part? What am I trying to tell the artist while I'm doing this? I'm starting to pick those things up from mixing for artists and things I'm hearing in other songs and other people's arrangements. Not so much it's the why part as a logical thing. I mean, like, you know how we know why. You know, it's a feel thing. But I'm talking about there in a filler. Why did you do it? You know what I'm saying? To where if by some stretch you had to put it into words, you could, you know? Mixing. Like, are you willing to get your songs mixed or how often are we just putting out whatever we record on SoundCloud? Here's the thing. We all want to be paid or to start to make headway in some sort of financial capacity with the gifts that we've been given. What are you doing financially to invest in you? Is my hard work supports me to be able to have the things that I have. But I believe in the things that I'm doing. Just like I believe in what I'm telling you guys enough to put myself on the spot. I truly am trying to help. Because the difference between being just average and being exceptional is in the small things that we do every single day, all day. And see, that's the hard part. Because it's easy to be good for 10, 15 minutes here, 16 minutes there. You come to the studio, it's an emotional thing. You're motivated. But what happens on those days where you know you're supposed to be writing for your next studio session? Are you writing? Are you putting pen to paper? Are you choosing to write or mimic the same flows and patterns that you have before? Not because it fits the scheme and you think that you can tell a similar message, but in a different kind of way, but just because that's what you're choosing to do. How much do you want it? How much do you want to be different? Or are you just trying to be the next so-and-so? That's what gets people a lot too. But we all, to a degree, have to mimic a little to get to where we're going because it's kind of helps you build a basis, helps you build a foundation. But as you gain and acquire skills, you start to pull away from the things that originally inspired you, and through your own research and through your own discipline and through your own just overall pizzazz, right? Developed your own sound. I went from putting out beats on my TikTok and y'all can look on my YouTube short. I used to put out beats almost every other day. I started to ask myself, what's the quality of it? So I went a long while. You can probably go back. I've probably been I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months since I posted a Be Short. I've got plenty in the bakery. I haven't stopped making music. But it's like, if you really want to gain headway, if you really want people to follow you, if you really want to build a fan base, you have to be aware of the things that you distribute and what you're meaning to do with them, why it's going out. Not just, I mean, they said make a beat a day, so I'm making a beat a day. For me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me personally, when I got in that, the quality of my beats started to dwindle, and I thought that needed to be examined. It was troublesome to me. Athletes drill fundamentals every day. Boxers hit the heavy bag, right? Basketball players shoot free throws and do those gassers, amongst a myriad of other things. Artists should be doing the same. If your craft isn't important to you, why would it be important to anybody else? How invested are you? Because the way it sometimes shakes out, if you're ripping beats off of YouTube or wherever platform you get them from, cracking plugins, not willing to invest your money into the software, the things that you use to help you get where you're going, logically think that out. Just take a, I'm not gonna tell you anything what's gonna happen. I'm just saying, in a world where you hope everything is even, there's somebody that's not you that wants the resource that you specifically have, but they are taking shortcuts, bending corners, and doing whatever they can to just put something out there, right? But they want you to spend your hard-earned money or your hard-earned whatever else, honestly. Not cutting no corner, not trying to steal from them. You know what I'm saying? Not asking for no discounts. They want you to play flat price. When you work as hard as we do, you don't want to cut no discount. You might be thinking that you're getting over on the big company. I get it. That's where my head was too when I was on that, right? But in reality, every time you take a shortcut, you're sending a message to yourself that your dream isn't worth investing in. And if you don't believe it's investing in, I don't care what you sell them. Nobody's gonna buy that pink lemon, right? You're weakening your own foundation. Dues must be paid. If we as artists don't value the ecosystem of financially taking care of each other or doing good business and just being accountable in the ways you know you should be accountable, you be your own customer, right? Don't do anything as a service provider that you wouldn't want to receive as a customer, right? That's the way I see it anyway. If we don't value the ecosystem of music, producers, engineers, designers, venues, why should that ecosystem value us? The energy you put into the business comes back around. So, where are you right now? Be honest. What level are you on? What are you lacking? What needs work? There is power in facing reality. Once you walk through challenges with your eyes open, when the struggle passes, the wisdom is clear. Denial delays growth. Awareness activates it. How serious do you take your work? Dreams that create exceptional results require extraordinary dedication in the present. Writing when you don't feel like it. Studying when you'd rather scroll, right? Networking when it's uncomfortable. That nerd in me don't too much like the company people, but I'm learning. I'm opening up more and more. Eventually, y'all gonna see me smile on here. Practicing when nobody's watching. But when the lights come on, the lights are on, right? So where are you? How often are you willing to practice? Just because. How often are you willing to turn your spare time in quotations into active time, into getting better? We don't fail because 10 people showed up. We don't fail when we stop. Feels like the effort we're making is just enough. We fail when to start putting days of of exceptional effort together in a row. Because 5 days of exceptional effort can cover the slack of one day. We fail when we stop refining, though. When we stop investing in ourselves and in each other, and in a variety of different ways. When we stop believing enough to treat it like a real career. The real question is, how serious are you about the work? Your future audience can only meet the version of you that you build right now. If this message hit home with you, I'd love for you to like, comment, definitely comment. But let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm missing something. So let's get active in the comment section. And I look forward to seeing you guys all very, very soon. To contact me about any type of mixes, you can get a hold of me at realpottersmedia@gmail.com for mixes, or if you are close enough, I'm located out of Indianapolis, Indiana. So if you're close enough to Indianapolis and you want to get going, you can also email me on that. Let's work together. Let's do it.